Scorpios, welcome to your heart spread here. So, bear with me. I'm in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. I'm going to see, hopefully that Mexican music is not so bad. It's nice to be able to sit outside on the balcony. It's a little cloudy today. And I'm sorry I'm behind on your read. Normally, Libra Scorpio day is Thursdays. If you're not in the Soul Family, or you haven't checked it out, I kind of talk about it in the Soul Family read. It's up today for the 10th. So I'm doing your reading now, and I'm deliberately scheduled readings out for the second half of September, as to give myself a little cushion, because that's been a bit hectic here lately for me. But we're going to get back on track today. You also have a singles reading. This here is if you have someone on your mind, really in your heart. That's what we're looking at. It doesn't necessarily have to be the one that you're with. That's up to you. But it definitely wants to pick up on the one that's in your heart, truly in your heart. It could be more than one. If you go that way, it's fine. Universe cover you. The ones. In your heart. Lovers. Well, this is where you're at in terms of love and relationship right now. I always see it as more as Libra energy, more than Gemini. And this is supposed to read where you're at in terms of love and relationship. When I see this in this position, it's like you are, because it's trying to separate you from your feelings about even this person. Kind of is where you're at. This is what the Soul Family really speaks to, more than love and relationship, kind of where we're at in ourselves on our journey, So your mind's 100% on love, and that's such a sweet lovers. I mean, my God. I really only need to say, that's where you're at. Yep, right about there. Yep, I hear you. Bottom of the deck weighs heavily. I'm going to say ahead of time, King Pentacles is the overall energy here. I don't normally read the bottom of the deck, but I just started. Something solid. So really right now it says to me it's a really good energy for relationships. You're all into relationships. I'm particularly abide by that maxim that you have to not want a relationship in order to get a relationship. You do have to love yourself, I get that. If you don't, you'll just get someone who doesn't really love you either. I mean, tested that theory 19 times. That's still not statistically relevant, but it's most certainly statistically relevant for me. Now let's see where your person is. Justice. Wow. Coming in here. Wow. Could be dealing with Libra. A lot of Scorpios got Libra in their chart. You do have the mirror. I really like this. I will say, this could purely mean that they're Libra. It could mean that they're also into relationships. You just look at the cards like they're compatible by sight. You just look at that and read it too. Now, a damn thing about tarot, how that make you feel. Pretty good. Kind of colors. It's almost like they go together. Like a panel, art panel. I see your other person here, Scorpios, kind of more in control. It does represent air energy. You have the sword, it would be air. Just did a Libra reading. I said a lot of people don't believe in astrology. They're like, well, I'm a Libra. I'm supposed to just cave and do what everybody wants and love too much. And I don't do that. Well, it's so much to a chart, But I think here you're dealing with somebody. I get high functioning a person. They're not. In other words, they're not codependent or anything like this. So right now, this feels like a very good start. And I'm trying to separate kind of how you are just in general and how they are just in general. And these two persons look to me like I could see that energy working, coming together. Now we're going to look here at the Six of Pentacles. I like this. This is your energy now that you're relating to them. This is how you're feeling about them. This is what this is supposed to represent, guys. So Six of Pentacles. If there was any issues of reciprocity, again we see the scales. It speaks to this, and I believe it's like you're feeling solid. It could be literal. Your text is met by their text. You initiate lovemaking one time. They initiate it one time. It could even come down with Six of Pentacles. They pick up the tab one meal, and you pick up the tab one meal. Because what you have here is two Libra-like personalities. Even though you're Scorpio, Scorpio, I mean, who knows your moon, right, or your rising. Could be Taurus or Libra, that would do it. And then, you know, a lot of times personal planets could be in Libra. So, but it's good because I feel like you guys, they're feeling like you're feeling like you're really, they're really meeting me. And I would take Six of Pentacles seriously. So they're speaking your love language here, Virgos. A little bit of a breeze. So I hope you're digging the music. I kind of starting to like it, you know. My Spanish is, I'm making myself learn. I'm getting there, but I'm not the best student. So, like the King of Wands. Now, I love going from the Justice to the King of Wands. You light their fire. The King of Wands in this position, here's my thing. It could be, it's got Leo energy strongly prominent there with the throne in this particular deck. Okay, I'm using the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot. It's got the Leo throne. Because you could have like a Leo Mars, yeah, with a Libra. So you're turning them on, and because you're showing Six of Pentacles and reacting to them, I don't think this is a King of Wands being too much, overbearing, none of that. It's like it's a strong masculine energy. Gotta say, male or female, I'm just gonna say this is masculine energy, and you absolutely turned them on. I mean, romantically, passionately. That's the key word, is passion. And they may be coming from a divorce. I wouldn't be a bit surprised. I mean, fuck isn't. Just a matter of how long, no? I get it. It's tough. But this is how we learn, man. Relationships, good, bad, and different. This is how we learn. Call in a life partner if you don't want any more trouble. Hack of the day. So Scorpios, let's get your advice. Call in a life partner. No, it's the death card, your card, I'm going to call it, because Scorpio and Pluto is all about death and rebirth, transformation. This is the advice from Spirit telling you that something has to change. It's very kind of clear. Something has to change, guys. And this is your advice in the relationship with them. So that's the intent of that position here, okay? And something deep, something probably emotional, some 8th house stuff. I imagine there's a very strong sexual connection here. Uranus, Mars, Uranus, Venus energy and your synastry involved. Love at first sight stuff. Very, very, for them, for real. At the little green, I mean, you can see this. You put the little green, it kind of highlights the face. So I'm really looking at this face and this King of Wands here, the way your person's reacting. That's highlighted in green. Some of the other kings may look really stern. You know, this guy just looks really friendly, like a big happy puppy, and possibly a large. I swear to God, I'm getting a man. You're not supposed to do it, but in any case, a very kind of boyish next door, a little bit immature in the face. I usually don't get. I'm starting to get. You're gonna look at the face, and for their age, you're gonna think they look like kind of still like a little boy. And if you look at this person's baby pictures and childhood pictures, you're gonna see, yeah, their face kind of looks the same. Yeah, ding, ding, ding. Okay, 10 of Swords. Okay, and they gotta let go of something here. Maybe that's the marriage, and maybe that's the energy around the marriage. It's thoughts, communication. So your person's being called upon to let go of some kind of damaging thought pattern, doesn't serve their greatest good, and it was probably reinforced. It's something they're going to tell you about this relationship. And it wouldn't hurt, Scorpio. Hey, it's your job. You're Scorpio. You probably see more than anybody else, as terms of reading people and what's below the surface, Libras are like, there's a below the surface? Sounds awful. I kid because I love my second house Libra. Nah, it's a terrible second house. But, so, you may notice, I think, as they speak about the issues with I think they will, eventually soulmates here, I think something going on here with you guys. And you're Scorpio, so, Scorpio Venus. I damn well be at the bottom of this in an hour conversation. I ain't even kidding. I probably know, well, I won't go there. I'll stop. I know before, but a lot of help, the moon. Now, what am I saying? What I just said, there's always with the moon, this is representing what you both need to hear as a couple, as advice from spirit to form as a couple. And there's something not being seen. And it's kind of just what I was saying. It's like there's something they're not seeing that's really a negative pattern that's going to hang them up. And you need to deal with that. First you got to figure out what it is here. It's like your deal is emotional. Both of you, this could be as simple as love yourself. I mean, I tried, I said 19 times, and apparently you do have to love yourself to call in someone that actually really, really loves you. It could be around that, because both of you are so relationship oriented to start with. Look at your composite chart. Relationship chart, if you don't know, look, reading it would be the best $100 you ever spent. But I think there's going to be some advice there, because the composite a lot shows the purpose of the relationship. And you guys, particularly your person, I think might be open to really kind of communicating in kind of a directed, organized way, like, let's make a date to sit down with the bright lights on at the kitchen table and the laptops or notebook or something, and really go over things. Wonderful. I swear, to go over synastry together as a couple, that's the best. It should be the only use. All this nonsense about trying to predict who's the one from your synastry, you just should stop it. I mean, synastry is there to help you relate, and there's always good and bad. Sometimes you can see amazing things. I've seen it, guys. I've been doing this a lot. I've seen it where in the people time, look, and they read this and it says that, and I'm like, okay, it's going to work. It doesn't work. I've been here myself. I'm testing this theory myself. I can't say 19 times. Come on, Spirit. Really want to know the outcome here. And maybe go back and try to clarify this moon. I think this could be speaking to both of you, really. I do really think it's about just that whole loving yourself thing. And maybe what you don't see is you go, well, I love myself. What the fuck are you talking about? I say that too. Five of Pentacles, lack mentality. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. There's a lack mentality. So if you don't transform this, and it's more around your emotions here, Scorpio, with your partner, there's particularly a thought pattern, not that that isn't involved in the emotional stuff, I mean, for sure, that neither one of you is seeing. This is for both of you here. And if you don't do this work, and you can do this together, you can do this, seriously can do this together. Might be why you came together now. I'll just say, got the Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck at the end. Both of you need to walk away from this old stuff, because I think you got a chance here. There's nothing here about don't do it or anything. It's just sort of coming in between death and the Ten of Swords. The moon here definitely saying that your future hinges on both of you just kind of doing the right thing. And I think you're in a relationship that we're possibly, let me know, talk to me, I love comments. You guys could really sit down, look at this reading together. I would absolutely love that. and make some notes and look at your synastry, astroseek.com. Very simple. Put in the times, and you can give a lot of good automated information. A lot of astrologers might be like, did not just say that, it's horrible. And it's just don't focus on one aspect, please, of any kind. Like, don't hinge it all like you have terrible synastry. Go, I don't know, we have Saturn trine Venus here. That's a long-term relationship, because that doesn't work either. Let me know what you think, guys, and make the right decision. I was saying, I don't know to this, thinking the singles read. I mean, the dating scene's a nightmare. And, you know, go old school and fix the chair instead of go getting a new one. Like grandpa, granddad, or great-grandpa, great-granddad did. And I got to go because it's raining. Love you guys.